Oh, hello. This is Futak here with a final video in my 14-day challenge. I've been doing a video more or less every day for the last 14 days. I think I missed day number 9 because there were some glitches with the live streaming. So by the way, in case you're wondering, I'm using a service called Restream.io. And with Restream, you can broadcast live on several channels at once. So at the moment, I'm broadcasting to, I think, 3 Facebook groups that I own. I think probably my Facebook page, my Facebook profile, YouTube and Twitter all at the same time. So 7 different channels. And I set that all up all once and I can broadcast to all those places at the same time, which means I can reach a bigger audience, which obviously means I can connect with more people. And that leads me nicely into this evening's topic. So why have I been doing video over the last 14 days? Well, if you've been following any of my videos, you'll know that I'm doing a 14-day challenge. Ray Higdon is a home-based business coach. He has run a very successful business himself. He retired from his network marketing company back in 2015 to do business coaching full-time. So he's been a full-time business coach for 5 years, and he's been involved in the network marketing industry for the last, since 2007, 2008, around the time when the last market crash happened. He was involved in real estate, got out of real estate when it all crashed, and then had to bootstrap himself out of debt, and network marketing was the way he did that. And I've kind of known of Ray for a very long time. In fact, we had a conversation back in 2011 when I was selling some text messaging software, and he was looking at connecting with his audience better. So Ray is a very trusted advisor when it comes to anything to do with marketing, and especially video marketing. But I've been doing video marketing on and off since 2008 myself. I think if you look back at my YouTube channel, you'll see the very first video I ever did. I still left it up there. It's absolutely appalling, but I did it anyway. It was all about a digital marketing course that I was running, and I was basically promoting it. Not running, I was taking this course. So back onto my subject. So why is video hands down by far the best way you can actually connect with your audience, and especially right now? Well, we all know why right now. In case you're watching this video at some point in the future, after the current pandemic has died down and things have gone back to some degree of normality, although I suspect they'll never be the same again, then you will know what happened in 2020. So 2020 is a very defining year for many of us, because it's the year in which we suddenly have to rethink how we run our lives, how we do business, how we add value to other people when we can't meet them face to face. And so obviously video is, I would suggest, the second best way to connect with people that you want to build a relationship with and you want to do business with. And the reason why is obviously I'm looking at you. So I'm not looking at you. I'm actually looking at my webcam on top of my computer here, but I'm pretending I'm actually talking to you face to face. And I just want to share with you some of my experiences over the last 14 days, particularly, but also with video. When I started out in doing video back in 2008, I had no idea how to communicate, really. I mean, my goodness me, I was a physics teacher at the time. So, I wasn't used to, I was a teacher. I was used to communicating with people, but not in front of camera when I couldn't see the person on the other side of the camera. So I had to learn a few strategies in order to overcome that and become much more relaxed and happy just to talk to a camera as if I'm talking to you right now. And I guess that just comes with doing it. Like anything, you need to, you need to do this over and over again. Practice makes progress, and, competency comes from repetition, and confidence comes from competency. And once you've got confidence and competency, you've got a measure of skill and value that you can bring to other people, just like anything else. So video, I would say to you, if you're not using video in your personal connections with people, please do. A good friend of mine, David Williams, so shout out to David Williams if you end up watching this. He is going on Zoom every night for half an hour just to connect with people socially. He's not selling anything. It's just because he wants to give of his time and share, and just chat with people and listen to people. So Zoom is probably the best thing you can use right now for doing that. The reason why I say Zoom and not Skype or not Google Hangouts is I think Zoom, from my experience of using it for the last 4 or 5 years, is the only platform which actually produces high quality real-time video, regardless of whatever device you're using, whether it's a tablet, a laptop, a computer, or just a mobile phone. It does really well on 4G connections and even 3G connections, whereas Skype tends to kind of get a bit clogged up and a bit laggy, and Google Hangouts likewise. So I think Zoom does a better job. And the great thing about Zoom, and this is not meant to be an advert for them, but if you're not using Zoom, have a look at it, zoom.us. And it's free, unlimited use, free between 2 people. If you have a large number of people, there is a time limit unless you're a charity. I think at the moment Zoom is allowing its services to be used free, unlimited with unlimited people. If you are a charity or a non-profit, I believe you might want to check that out. So that's the way I'm growing my business at the moment. I run a home-based business and I'm connecting with people daily on Zoom instead of using the phone. So obviously there's bandwidth limitations with everyone using the internet a lot more now that we're all at home, but I highly recommend that you do check out that tool. So I've done in previous videos, I've talked about how if you run a local business, you're having to pivot right now because most businesses are shutting down because of the pandemic and the requirement for us to social distance and to be in isolation. And as I said on previous videos, I'm pretty much in isolation. I'm just here with my immediate family at home, just because I'm immunocompromised due to some medication that I have to take. I had a brain tumor last year, which wasn't great, but fortunately it was a benign one, but it did damage a part of my brain which produces hormones called the pituitary gland. And as a result of that, I don't produce the hormones that are needed for my body to protect itself. But the knock-on effect of taking steroids is that I'm in social isolation. And to be honest, I haven't noticed a lot of difference because the vast majority of what I do is home-based anyway, and I do a lot of video on Zoom, anyway. So I think the thing that I have to adjust to slightly is actually going out more, because it's very easy to be in front of the computer all day. So if you are thinking about using video yourself and you're not quite sure how to get started, then I suggest you have a look at probably the best place online to learn absolutely anything right now. And surprisingly, it's not Google, it's actually YouTube. It's surprising the number of people who just message me and ask me, how do you do this? How do you do that? And I just go onto YouTube and I just send them a YouTube video. And I kind of like find it amazing still that people will go, oh, I never thought about using YouTube to learn that. But actually, the reason why, so the question is, why do you think there's so much free stuff on YouTube? Is it because everyone's being really, really generous and kind? Well, it might be, but I would actually put it out there that one of the best ways to attract people to whatever product or service that you offer as a business is to put out free content and position yourself as a thought leader. It's very, very lazy and very impatient when we just try and pitch and sell, because we know that the conversion rate's lower, but we don't have to think. Whereas if you offer value to other people, you're building rapport, you're building trust, you're building a sense of authority with them, and that has the only reason, or the vast majority of the reasons why you get such good quality free stuff on YouTube is because people want you to connect with them, and they're using video to do that. People have been doing that since the very early days of YouTube, and I've done a certain degree of that myself, and that's why I've been doing the 14-day challenge, because I want to connect with more people. You can get to know my personality just by watching me. You might think, oh, that Des Futak, he does go on rather a lot. Or you might think, oh, he's really nice. I like him. So whichever way around it works for you, I will attract the people into my business who will relate to me before they even meet me. And that's the great thing about video, because it stays up online. Now, what if you're very nervous on camera? What if you're not confident on camera? Well, what I suggest you do is just do it anyway. My earliest videos are really naff. They don't really show my personality or anything, but it doesn't matter. It shows you a progression over time. So it's really important that you kind of get over your nerves and stop worrying about what other people think of you, because I have to say that to a large extent, most people are too worried about what other people think of them to be worried about what they think of you. And if they don't like you, they don't like you. It doesn't matter. And as Ray says, haterade is my Gatorade, which is, some people like that, some people don't. But the idea is that, you will attract the right people to you and you will repel the right people from you. So use video to your advantage if you're in business. And if you're isolated on your own, connect with people on video anyway. Start using it. If you're self-isolating at the moment because you're in a vulnerable group or you're a pensioner, use video. It's a fantastic way to connect with people. And if you're a friend of David Williams and you haven't seen he's doing these Zooms, then connect with him as well, because he's a super guy. So this has been a bit of a rambly chat. It's not really designed to provide you with the structure and how to. It's more just like a farmer chucking out seeds and seeing which ones grow. So you pick up any of the seeds that I've been sharing with you in this evening's video, which is my last video of the 14-day challenge, and also go back to some of the other videos that I've done and see if you can pick up something to help you get started with using video for yourself, whether it's live video or pre-recorded video or just face-to-face video. Doesn't matter. I use video a lot in team coaching as well, because it's a fantastic way, again, to build relationships with new business partners, as well as actually connecting with other business partners in my industry. So if you're curious to know what I'm doing and why I'm using video, then do please private message me. Or if you'd like any of the resources that I've been using, or some top tips on how you can use video for your business, or live streaming, some of the technology that I've been using, then do please reach out to me. Just private message me and we can have a conversation. All right. Hope you stay healthy, stay well. And I look forward to meeting you online very soon. All right. Bye for now.